What's up, everyone? Welcome in. It is Bracket Bitches. I am Josh Mabry. That is Soul. And if those of you who don't know what you are viewing, it's been a while since we've done this show. But a lot of times, if there is a bracket to be had, and predictions to be made, we will present them to you and go over those said brackets that have filled it out in our bracket challenge. And today, it is the MLS Playoffs that we are doing. The lovely Soul right next to me that you see is supporting her team. And so she's getting a little nervous going in because we have our first game tonight with Inter Miami versus the team they're going to beat, because I can't remember it. That's how much I know about the MLS. All right. But I still filled out a bracket based off my 2004 brain, and that's going to be a running theme for the MLS Playoffs of Bracket Bitches. So, Soul, how are we doing? Number one, how nervous are you on a scale of 1 to I don't know, just super anxious and needing some antidepressants? Like, where are we in that?
I'm good. I'm so good. Also, if you hear yelling or anything, that's my little brother. He does not know how to be quiet or how to use headphones. But anywho, I'm excited for Inter Miami. I'm ready for us to win this MLS Cup. We've already won Supporters Shield. I'm ready for us. We're the best team in the MLS. So, I feel good.
Okay. You better feel good, because I have them winning it too. So, spoiler alert, as we get into the brackets. So, why don't you bring them up? Kind of go over how also we got here and surprising teams that couldn't make a deep run as we judge these people's brackets.
So before getting into the brackets, we want to talk a little bit of wildcard game, because we did not have the wild card on our bracket. They've introduced this, I think last year. They may have the year before, but definitely had it last year. And they've kept it this year, where there's a wild card game that can bring you in. The 8th seed and the 9th seed of each, the Eastern and Western Conference, play each other in a single elimination game to bring them into round 1 of the playoffs. So we had both the East. We had Atlanta United. They beat Montreal. And then over in the West, we have Vancouver Whitecaps beating Portland Timbers. But let's go first with Atlanta beating Montreal. They beat them in penalties. So we had Atlanta. They scored 2 goals. They're feeling good. They're like, we don't need to go to extra time or penalties. But then we have Montreal. They were like, nah, we're going to tie this game in the second half. And then they end up going to penalties. Montreal, unfortunately, misses their second penalty. And so we have Atlanta going forward. But do we want to watch some goals from people that I have no idea who they are? I watch MLS and I don't know these people other than Joseph Martinez.
Right. And just to reiterate what you were going over, is someone called the Timbers?
Yeah, the Portland Timbers.
Okay, so the Portland Timbers lost.
Yes, they did.
Okay, so but if the Portland Timbers fall down and there's no one around to watch it, do they even do anything?
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, I just had to get that dad joke. It even hurt me saying it, but I was way too sitting on that for some reason. So let's get into some goals.
Yeah,
as people judge my bad humor.
For Atlanta versus Montreal. So first up, we got Brooks Lennon. He scores the first goal for Atlanta.
Nice. I did not see that. Where the frick is the...
There it is. People.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. This is how things work, guys.
Good job, Josh.
That's what I'm doing, man. So yeah. That's what we do. All right. I am aware of our situation.
I was prepared.
Yeah.
I was prepared.
Yep. I had the bracket up, but not what I wanted. Okay. Here we go. All right. Back to live action.
All those little details, the fine margins often make the difference. Lovely boy.
It's a lovely ball.
I hope that Atlanta does not keep these kits next year. They're just, it's weird to see Atlanta in blue. They're a red and black team.
Massive lead on the opening day of the MLS Cup playoffs. On the first bout of sustained possession, it pays immediate dividends.
All right, let's watch the replay.
Watch the replay.
Just a beauty. Beauty with that one. It is a beauty. All I got. I'm trying to keep going here as I bring up other things.
And then the second goal we have, I'm going to butcher his name, Stian Rode Gregerson. He scores the second goal for Atlanta.
United rub salt in
Bien
the
conocido de su casa.
inviting ball in. Yes, they do.
Too much distraction and they weren't watching the ball. It looks like
Or they were watching the ball too much.
maybe. It looked like it was straight in. That's the thing. I couldn't tell from that angle.
Those Atlanta fans were happy.
You can hear a pin drop here. You're absolutely stunned here. And how about this ball in from Miranchuk?
Oh
Just
yeah.
curls in towards the back
Okay.
post.
It looked like that header was so smooth. It looked like the guy actually just kicked it in.
In between and in front of Alvarez, you can see
He muscled his way in there though.
6'3" Norwegian getting up and heading
6'3" Norwegian. That's why he had a problem pronouncing his name. He's a 6'3" Norwegian.
And then, as we said before, Montreal ends up tying it. It's by 2 goals by Joseph Martinez, who he used to play for Atlanta. He is a legend for the Atlanta United fans. Won a trophy there with them. Then he came to Inter Miami, and now he plays for Montreal. So we got his first goal in this match.
partnership, but today is one where it's not going to have a lot.
Drops it. Now then. Just had to be him, didn't it?
Those Canadians were happy for a little bit.
Yeah.
Game on day 1 of the MLS Cup Playoffs in Montreal.
Ball goes wide. We talked about Pierce coming in with his service. It's just dropped.
Oh, that's just bad communication there from the keeper. Did not tell his player where he was.
Good ball in to test.
And then the second goal that we're going to see is a penalty kick. Good penalty by Joseph. And it's against his old keeper.
All right.
It's Martinez.
I think it was Martinez that scored that goal. I couldn't tell by the announcer.
And then we're going to watch a little bit of the penalties here, the shootout, just so that way we can fully see how Atlanta won this.
All right. I think this is the same angle. Oh, no, it's penalties. Never mind. It's just Martinez again. 3 times in a row. It's confused me there for a second.
It's Dax McCarthy, and he scores. No, he can't. Brad Guzan on hand. It's Rios who scores. Atlanta lead 2-1.
Brad Guzan came up big, which, like, how long has he been playing? I think he's in his 40s.
Gotta be.
He almost got a hand on that one, too.
Mm-hmm. I think he did. It just was hit. It was just struck too well.
Bill Saints scores. Sends Atlanta United through. It's just another jaw-dropping.
There was a sweet moment between Brad Guzan and Joseph Martinez. If you saw a little bit there at the end of the penalty shot, like they kind of were chippy at each other. But after the game, him and Brad Guzan give each other a nice little hug, and this was just a cute moment.
We say things cute here.
Mm-hmm.
As I say with the most weirdest country accent ever.
I mean, that's what you got to represent where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
Where these two competitors at the highest level lifted hardware together, you can't erase that. And in some ways, it felt a little bit of a street yard fight between the two of them in the backyard, going toe-to-toe. Joseph continuing to scrap back, but Brad Guzan stayed cool, kept his nerve, and sees his team through to the next round.
What do you think about Atlanta being able to get through and most likely about to lose to us?
I mean, they beat a Canadian team. What, like, remember, like, it's hockey. Hockey just started. They're distracted. So
He beat a French Canadian team.
yeah, I was a C+ in French. Okay, guys. So Je m'appelle is about as far as I got, but I got me through it.
Well, we actually, speaking of Canadian teams, the Vancouver Whitecaps, they beat the Portland Timbers 5-0. And we got this first goal here. I think it's pronounced Ryan Gould, but it's Gauld. He got a hat trick, scoring the first, third, and fifth goal. So let's watch his first goal here.
Might be Gould. That might be.
Strong. Coming in, Blackman, White. It's an adventure. Pico! Pantomis! Blackman!
Look at how
Pantomis!
crazy.
Ryan Gould has scored
Gold.
in back-to-back games for the Whitecaps. Corner kicks once
Well, look at how crazy that was. And
Mhm.
it took them a while to get that.
Just
Vanny
could
loves
not.
it.
Portland cannot get the ball out.
Oh, it's a huge goal to open up this.
And the weird thing about this game, too, is Vancouver were the higher seed. It should have been hosted in Vancouver, but it was hosted in Portland for some reason.
Pressure instead lands
Uh.
go.
But they still won.
And then once again, they're just screening, putting themselves in great position.
You can't stop
Exactly
excellence.
where you want one of your attacking
You can only
midfielders.
hope to
Just open
contain it.
himself up, gets himself back on side, frames the goal.
How many shots on goal was that?
Got a $1.50 there, bud. I got
Then,
about Baker's dozen, Bob.
We got their second goal from a name that I can pronounce, Brian White.
Yeah. Brian White, BYU. I don't know where he's from.
Chance in front.
Nice.
Nice ball movement
Nice.
there.
Oh, and he let it go. He knew.
And talk about beautiful music. Ryan
That was
Gould, and
nice.
now
Even the
Brian
midfielder.
White.
I mean the center. I don't know what
The
position he technically
Vancouver
plays.
Whitecaps
The
look
guy in the
anything
center.
but a struggling
Him just
regular
either he
season
knew
team.
he
They
got
look
communication he was
lights
behind him,
in this wild card
or that was
matchup.
from practice,
2-0.
or he just realized he wasn't going to be able to get a foot on it, just let it go and hope his guy was there.
For your second goal, immediately after the first one, it's just a big ball.
But this is nice here.
Yeah.
Head to the foot, then
it was just
lob it
behind him.
over.
Numbers
Nice.
Just a big ball over the top that causes problems.
Yeah.
Bravo's caught
That
out
is beauty.
in a little bit of magic.
But as I said before, Ryan Gould, he scored 3 times. So let's watch his second goal for Vancouver's third.
This is your theme music of me pulling up the video.
Numbers. Armstrong gets it from Vite. Timbers going in and out.
Oh,
Sixes and
beauty.
sevens. They can't stop it. Ryan Gould, golazo.
Is Gold going for the golden boot of the tournament?
The Timbers getting run out of their park. To the
Look at those happy Canadians in the corner.
Yeah.
Ryan Gould with a double.
Well, they're just making it look so easy. Just passing. You can see all of the Timbers defensively
That's
chasing, ball
Such a good touch
watching,
there.
and then it's just calm and composed. There's the initial win, first to the ball that we talked about, getting the first ball, second ball, then they keep it alive, and they're just composed. Inside their own 18-yard box. What a finish that is. First goal, second of the night. Just stay calm.
They're just having fun.
At that point, yeah.
And in the next goal, we have Stuart Armstrong scoring the 4th goal.
Stuart. Shout out to Matt TV.
Positions and then Gold in the primary provider.
Oh, those are my favorite. Those diving headers.
For the Vancouver Whitecaps.
I've only done that once in my life.
And Stuart Armstrong, who has been all the rave from excellent.
Did you win the game?
Manny Sartini,
It was an indoor. There's a lot of
the
goals.
DP that was going to bring this project all together has probably put this game out of reach once and for all. It's 4 for the Whitecaps.
Well, just as we were saying, it's a better start for Portland. They leave themselves exposed once again.
defensively. And this is a fantastic header from Armstrong.
Good
That
run.
Still has a lot
Great.
to do. That ball's just floated in, so needs to keep it on frame, generate some power. Excellent header, but
that was good. And then for Gald's hat trick, let's watch his final goal and the 5th goal for the Whitecaps.
Armstrong goals. It's 5.
The keeper was not having a good day.
No.
4 goals scored by Scots. A hat trick from Ryan Golds.
Well, Portland's time to close up shop and have an IPA.
Only thing missing is William Wallace.
and I don't know how many times we're going to say it, but defensively, the intensity is just not there. They can play at the pace that they want.
Yeah, I'm making the William Wallace comment. You're not as good as a Florida Panthers guy, okay? You're just not. You try to get to that. You're not that level of glorious corniness that is that Florida Panther announcer.
He didn't come with enough oomph.
Yeah,
that's why the Florida Panthers. It works for him because he says it with his full chest.
Oh, he says it with his full nasally chest. As someone who comes off as nasally, trust me, we have a liking to our own that come off nasally.
But thoughts on Vancouver winning, and they're going to be playing against LAFC.
Yeah, and I've got LAFC going far, but I guess judging by that, Portland just is that bad. Even though collapsed. It's just how it was like. How did you make it that far based off of that? And you're playing for a play-in, basically. So it means that you are good enough to be in the playoffs, but you're still that bad. Like I don't understand sometimes how it works, but that are just Vancouver is finally just getting it together. That could also be a thing.
And the weird thing too is that Portland has a really good player in Evander, and I guess he just had an off night. I did not watch this game. But yeah, it was not good for them. We were join us on Wednesday nights for Wrap It Up, because we were watching and I looked at the score and I literally went, whoo, in the middle of Wrap It Up. So yeah, 5 goals, man. That's crazy. But let's get into the brackets. Our beautiful Tishka is not here with us, but we can make fun of his bracket. But I'm not going to make fun of too much because, he has the correct team winning in the East. But what do you think of Tishka's bracket here?
He has Cincinnati going way too far. Number 1. Okay. Number 2, it's Red Bulls year until they play Miami. Okay. But I'm surprised I don't see any Galaxy or LAFC there. That is very surprising for me.
This is the East.
Okay, that's probably why. So we'll wait for that one. But no, I just the Cincinnati. You already know how much I don't like them. So I'm a Red, and obviously I'm a Red. My 2004 brain loves the Red Bulls. Because Thierry Henry played for him once, so that's the only reason I like him. And then I know you don't like Orlando, but that's the side of the East bracket that I have. So I have to agree with his left side.
You and him both are winning a Florida derby. It's a lot of derbies here on the East for you guys winning a Florida derby. Then over there's the Hell is Real derby. I agree with him on that side of the bracket, but previewing my bracket, I can never choose Llorando City. But let's look at his West.
Oh, there they are. I have the Galaxy actually losing to LA. It's a LA crown. It's a LA crown that I've got there in the final. There I've got LA going, as you will see. But I'm always got my 2004 brain. I got to roll with Seattle for at least one round, and then I do not have SRL. I don't know what the name is. I don't have
Real Salt Lake.
Yeah, Real Salt Lake. I have them losing at least that game. So yeah,
you're previewing yours while talking about Tishka. So
yeah, because I know ball, so therefore the ball knower will tell you what is and what is right based off of the knowing of ball.
I'm surprised that he has Houston going as far as he does, but yeah, this is the year of the LAs on the West, so I'm surprised. Gotta wait to see why he chose Houston, because him, who famously does not watch this league, anytime a Houston team comes up, he goes against them because he calls them cheaters just based off the Houston Astros. So I'm surprised that he has Houston going as far as he does, and we'll need to find out why he does. But he chose correctly when it came to who's going to win the Eastern Conference, but he chose incorrectly when he said who's going to win MLS Cup. How are you not choosing Inter Miami? What is wrong with you?
He doesn't like Messi. That's all I have to say.
And he doesn't like seeing me happy.
Yeah. Well.
But we'll go into, this is your bracket. So speak about, you traded in the Hell is Real Derby for the Hudson River Derby. Explain your bracket.
Oh, I would have had New York City Football Club losing, but they're playing someone that, unfortunately, the fact that they're even on the bracket that has my name next to it is egregious and an injustice to society. That I look at and see Cincinnati's name there. So that's why, and of course it's the Red Bulls, my 2004 brain. I'm not giving up on them yet. Okay, they're not the 8th seed, but they're
they went up. They went up 1 seed from last year.
Hey, 1 seed. So yes, I'll probably still. But come on, Red Bulls, come on, just get to Miami. That's all I want.
I mean, at least you chose correctly on who's going to win the East.
You can't deny. It's Messi. It's the GOAT. Like,
you have LAFC winning in the El Tráfico Derby. Explain why you're going LAFC instead of LA Galaxy.
Because I thought LAFC had really good momentum at the end of last year for the little run that they had. And so therefore, I think sometimes you got to pick the team that had decent momentum as a run. Like for example, like the Mets had a magical run this year in baseball. If they make the right moves and keep everybody intact, I think they'll take a progression forward. Therefore, that's why I chose LAFC. And that's the only reason I'm doing that, based on purely of me not watching a single second of them playing this year. But that's the reason I went Football Club over Galaxy.
I mean, they did win the Open Cup this year, so they already do have a trophy to their name this year. It was 2 years ago that they won the MLS Cup. So you're talking about a team that has been showing out more in LA. It's LAFC. But Galaxy this year, a little preview on my bracket, that they've just been showing out a little bit and showing a little spark. And you know me, I like an underdog. And even though they've won more than everyone else, when it comes to the history of MLS, they haven't been pretty good for a while, and they're good this year. So I'm interested to see them. But you have the correct team winning MLS Cup. Is it just because of Messi?
Yeah. Like a gajillion %. And then a gajillion and 1% because I'm friends with you. And I know that you would be disappointed if I didn't have Inter Miami winning it.
You were wanting to get on my good side.
You got to get the brownie points when you can. Also, too, it's Messi. And Inter Miami has spent a lot of money and resources to get this championship. Yeah. Mainly getting Messi. But the rest of his team is not a bunch of scrubs either.
Facts. Now let's go on to mine.
Hold on real quick. I think we do have, I don't know if he brought that, but he did say he did submit his bracket. So thank you, Jeremy, for doing so.
Thank you, Jeremy. We won't have it to show here, but we'll have you for points when it comes to not next week, but after round 1 is, which is a best of 3, which is weird, but whatever. Then we go back to single elimination. Sure. Of course, I got Inter Miami going. I've been a season ticket holder since the inception of Inter Miami. If I did not choose Inter Miami going all the way, especially when they have Messi, when they have Jordi Alba, when they have Busquets, when they have Luis Suarez, when we got Calendar in goal, like, come on. So this is more of unlike where Tushka when he had Sporting Kansas City going all the way last year, where that was just like a hope and a dream. This can be more reality than that. Yeah, as I said before, I cannot choose my rival, even though it would be fun to have a Florida derby in the Eastern Conference. I'm going to go with Charlotte. And it's not just because I don't want Orlando City to win a game. I also, even though he's not as good as he used to be, I still have love for Tim Ream. And I would like him to win at least one game in his first year back in the MLS. He used to play at Fulham in the Premier League. To have him win one game before having to lose to us. So I'm going to give some love to my boy Tim Ream. Sorry, Josh. I got the Hill is Real derby on the other side.
I put Inter Miami to get on your good side, and then you thank me by besmirching my name by putting those just they hopped the line. Okay, it's supposed to be Louisville, and they hopped the line. They bribed FIFA. Cater was probably involved to get him in the MLS over Louisville. I don't know, but you move them around.
Sorry, I don't have a lot of belief in NYCFC. I'm sorry. Or
I have a belief
Red
that
Bulls.
Cincinnati shouldn't exist.
I know. Yet you're Cincinnati Reds fans.
That's difference. We're in an igloo. It's Cincinnati. Don't worry. Don't do the math on that.
I got Columbus going, meeting us in the Eastern Conference Finals. Mainly, they got Wilfred Nancy, who I believe is the best coach in MLS. Although you can argue with Tata Martino with Inter Miami, but Wilfred Nancy is an amazing coach. They won last year MLS Cup. This year they won Leagues Cup, which although Inter Miami won the inaugural Leagues Cup, so I mean, but
they got Captain America's shield.
We got Captain America's shield. We won the Supporters' Shield, but that also will be the most interesting game because Columbus is low key becoming a rival of Inter Miami. We've been meeting them a lot in these last 2 years. That it'd be fun to go against them again because those are always really good games and well-coached games, and you see a lot of good soccer. So that's why I got Columbus meeting us and then losing to us in the Eastern Conference Final. And over here in the West, I'm going El Tráfico. I do have Seattle Sounders over the Houston Dynamo.
We had the exact same bracket.
Exact same bracket.
I have no notes for this side. No notes.
No notes. Josh and I are the same in the West. Yeah, I just think it's going to be at El Tráfico. I think Galaxy's going to get it, as I said when we were going over your bracket. So I believe in the Galaxy.
Yeah, well, they're stuck in the Milky Way because LAFC is going to go.
Sure.
I don't know. I got that. Yes, Jeremy, I do have a Coach Prime hoodie. I like some of his speeches and stuff, and he's just ticked me off a little bit from some of his comments this year. But I will say he's putting together. He's turned it around real quick, and he's flirting with Coach of the Year. But I think Stagnetti for the Indiana Hoosiers, who has College Game Day there and is undefeated, it's going to be challenging that. So that ends the college football talk. But thank you, Jeremy, for noticing.
And we're going to go on here. Of course, who else would I have winning?
Right.
If I didn't have them winning, you'd have to check to see if I'm not a doppelganger or clone.
Yeah, exactly. Who are you? What have you done with Soul?
Exactly. But let's go into some of our...
Nope. I had a dad joke, and I'm not going to say it. Let's move on. Moving on.
Well, let's go to some of our Discord users and Patreon members. They put in some brackets here, which if you would like to join us on the Discord or join us on Patreon, links are down below. You can join the Discord for free. You don't have to pay us. But if you would like to pay us on Patreon, please join us over there on Patreon. And you can get your bracket shown here. And if you win, you get all the praise and all the love, and you might actually get a little extra something. Although last year I won, so I didn't get anything because I'm one of the hosts, so that would be weird.
It's like don't feed the chef at that point, you know?
Yeah. But if we do end up getting one of our Patreon members or one of our Discord members, if they end up winning, then we want to do something nice for them. So join us. So we're gonna go first. We got Jason. He is joining you the exact same bracket for the East.
I mean, he knew I was. Hey, as obviously us two and Jason are former fantasy football champions, so great minds think alike.
Good job in the Wii. If you've watched us for a while, you'll understand that joke.
Yeah. Here's the circle. I hope you're in it.
But yeah, it would honestly, it'd be interesting either way if we get a Hudson River Derby or if we get a Hell is Real Derby. It'd be weird if only one team from each side wins. I would like it to be a derby because derbies are much more fun, but I think it's going to be the other derby. But you know what? You and Jason might be right. We'll figure it out if we get some upsets.
All right, this bracket better not be the same as mine. Okay, we're back, baby. We're back.
So we had him choosing Houston way more than Tushka. He has Houston going all the way in the Western Conference Final. He also has Colorado and Real Salt Lake. I'd really want to know why he chose what he chose. Yeah, thoughts on his bracket?
He liked the colors. Like it's as far as I've gotten at this point to think. But you know, crazy things have happened. Now, judging on the MLS last year, it was kind of exactly how it was supposed to go in a sense. There might have been a couple upsets, but nothing like this. So it'll be interesting. I guess he just wants to be a little bit different, which is fine. But yeah, good luck getting fourth.
Or less. We'll find out.
I don't know. Next thing you know, he's going to be standing at the top of the mountain. We're like, huh?
The one thing he did do correct, he chose the correct winner.
Everyone except for Tushka so far has picked. Yeah. Because people be like, who's in MLS? Messi. Who they play for? Miami. Okay, I picked them.
And then we'll go now. We're going over to Justin's bracket. Now, Justin is riding that New York City train. He's a Yankees fan. We had the New York Liberty win the first, I think, 51 years it's been since a basketball team has won in New York. The football team's not doing so hot. We got both New York teams, although one of them plays in New Jersey, in the playoffs. So he's riding that New York train. He's winning a Hudson River Derby between the Red Bulls and the NYCFC. And he wants a Florida Derby on the other side. But then he has NYCFC beating Inter Miami.
The heart wants what the heart wants, man. I understand this. Okay, he is a New Yorker. Obviously, he's getting nervous about his Yankees. But hey, I obviously we'll see how it plays out. But I at least I understand it. The Houston, Colorado, I don't like. I know he has no association with either one of those teams. So it's like there's no connection to. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
So I hope that he is not correct, but we'll see. And then we have he went your way as well.
Yeah,
you and him.
Yeah, just one little thing.
One thing different, but he has the Western Conference Final the same, pretty much as all of us, but unlike the rest of us, he has LAFC going instead of the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, this is like 75 It's almost as well. LA Football Club and Salt Lake have been around for what, maybe 5 years? Like Salt Lake hasn't been around very long, have they?
I don't know how long Real Salt Lake has been, but LAFC is a younger club than LA Galaxy.
Right. I knew the LA Galaxy was one of the Seattle and LA were one of the first ever. They were one of the first.
LAFC is 2014, and then let's see.
They could have been one of the first ones. I don't know, but I just don't remember them.
Real Salt Lake, founded in 2004.
Okay, so they've been around for a little bit. A little bit, because I know there was this. Obviously, this was formed in the '90s in Seattle, and I'm pretty sure Seattle and Galaxy and Columbus Crew and Red Bulls, maybe I can't, but I know at least Seattle, LA, and Columbus were one of the initial.
Vancouver, San Jose, and Vancouver, San Jose, and Seattle existed before the MLS. So they're this year, I think, is all three of those clubs' 50th anniversary of existence.
Seattle was founded in 1974. I have no idea how I know that at all. Don't look the up. It's like that Will Ferrell from Blades of Glory. It's like, where'd you come up with that? I don't know. It just came to me. It's like this huge thing right behind.
But the heart ones with the heart ones, and Justin is going with NYCFC.
Yeah, can't hate the man for that. You got to go with the heart sometimes. The same thing with Tushko. With that. Yeah.
But those are our brackets. Any final thoughts other than Jason having the weirdest Western Conference bracket out of all of us?
Hey, you know what? You gotta stick out somehow. You know, you gotta be different. You can't go with the rest of us and march to the same beat of the same drum, or whatever that saying is that I'm butchering at this point. But Jeremy, I can't wait to look at your bracket and judge it. I hope you don't have that. I can't even say it. That team shall not be named. That's north of Louisville. I hope you don't have them going anywhere other than at home. No, this has nothing to do with the players for them. It has everything to do with the organization and the fact that they're corrupt. I swear to you, they're corrupt. The CIA should be on them. The FBI should they. I want an all right investigation into the team that shall not be named on, because they you're not allowed to do what they did. We built a stadium, and they still are like, "Nah, we're going with them."
I know. Hey, you still have a team in Louisville, though. It exists.
We should have. I know, but we should have two teams that are at the top on the top leagues, not just one. But shout out to Racing. They do their thing. They do their thing.
I was still talking the men's, as in they're in the USL. They exist.
I'm aware, but I was also like, you got to give shout out to Racing Louisville.
Shout out Racing.
I guess you could have shout out Racing. They're competing. Shout out Beverly Goebel. I know your name is differently, but I play with you.
It's between them and Portland to see if they can get into the playoffs. So we'll see if Racing Louisville can eke their way in, and we might do a bracket bitches for the NWSL.
Yeah. And hey, I did play indoor soccer with their head coach. So hey, we'll see. We'll see if we can get her in for an interview.
We'll see. Well, anyways, thank you everyone for joining us on Bracket Bitches. Remember to like and subscribe, comment, tell us how right or how wrong we are. We love the engagement. Join us on Discord, join us on Patreon. All the links are down below.
And all you Cincinnati fans, just give me the hate. All down below. All the hate. Just give it to me. Don't care.
He wants it all.
I want all the hate. Because you know what you did. You know what you did.
And you guys can cry together during the baseball season.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're no, we've got Francona. All right, Terry, T-Dog. That's what we call him. Came to me, but yeah, T-Dog's gonna get us. He's gonna get us back. Because we have a decent roster. Decent, not great, but decent. As you all know, I'm not saying that baseball's pay to win, but the Yankees and the Dodgers have the largest payroll. They're in the finals. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
Well,
I don't know where else to go from that.
I can't speak much. I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, so I can't talk about that they should take money out of baseball. Can't do that. Because
that's the only excuse I have. That's the only excuse I have at this point. We have Ellie De La Cruz.
Well, anyways, we'll see you guys next time on Bracket Bitches. We hope that you join us, and we'll see you next time.
May you